What's up? Give me a second. Hopefully the audio is not too bad. Oh, I didn't realize I had a speaker right next to me over here. Shit, I'm gonna have to turn down my audio. There we go. It doesn't look like it's being picked up the mic. Let me know how my audio levels are today. This is gonna be a very different day. Let's see here. Flip over the screen. Huzzah! You see me in my whiteness. Though, definitely, this camera is fucking weird. I can't get the saturation to work. I've not been able to get this thing to stop being fuzzy. There's a bunch of different issues with it, but it does work. Let me know how the audio sounds, everything else. I have some music playing in the background, though I think I need to turn it down a little bit. Looks like it's a little bit too high. We'll figure it out. Today we're going to be building a 3D printer. With the lovely Dr. Pepper, let's get this started. I have a feeling at some point during the stream my face will probably get shown, but it's fine. Let's do this. So first things first, what 3D printer is this? It's a shitty cheapo printer. It is an HIC top printer. Basically the i3 Persa or whatever the fuck that is. Needs more clickbait? No, I'm good. I'm not going to have a clickbait title because I don't know how well this stream is going to work in the entirety as a whole. Good job. Can you tell I'm a little distracted? This is definitely the first time I've ever done this, and there's like 100 different things that I'm trying to figure out right now. So, you may be hearing it. I have a little bit of a toolbox that I grabbed out of my car. It's really just the most small and convenient one I have in my house, so I didn't have to go rummaging through tools. I do believe this thing came with some tools, but I don't think they're going to work very well. I've built a 3D printer before, and this one, believe it or not, came a lot more assembled than the ones I've built in the past. This is almost fully assembled, I'd say. So it's going to be interesting. They even gave us 2 different colors of tubes, which is kind of funny. They have in... where is it? In one of these pieces of paper, they're like, we gave you extra stuff just to make sure you have the happiness. Dear customer, how are you? Thanks for your order. In order to give you a better experience on our 3D printers, please be kindly noted there is an appearance upgrade in this 3D printer in the package. Yes, it is Chinglish. We provide blue and orange plastic stick in the package. You can DIY one color stick or just keep the original color as you want. Attached instruction video in the TF card. Please kindly check it, and you can also find the video on YouTube. No, I'm good. I'm just going to start building, and we'll see how bad this thing goes. I do have their little printout instructions. No idea if that works. You finished the program? Cool. What was it, Funbun? What was the problem? The way I was looking at it, I kept giving you inaccurate information. That's why I was like, I'm sorry, Funbun. I can't. I'm focusing on too many things. Let's do this. Installation steps. Hold on. Fucking camera. Boom. There we go. Now it's actually starting to show skin tone better. We'll figure out how the fuck this works. Either I'm gonna be stupid albino or stupid red, so I can't help it. The machine is basically installed before leaving the factory, so you only have some simple steps taken for you. Please take out all the parts to ensure they're in good condition. I think they're in good condition, but we might as well check. Let's start here. So they gave us some shitty masking tape. They gave us a power cable. Looks like some... Oh, this is going to be our feed holder, like our plastic holder. Some random nuts and bolts. Looks like they gave us an extra extruder nozzle, which is cool. An empty bag, but I think I pulled the USB out of that earlier. Some random plastic thing there. USB cable. Chintzy amount of plastic. I mean, at least they give you something to have a test print. And some tools. That's nice. Ooh, a putty knife. That's always useful. And it has a sharp edge. Nice. Cool. So I think that's good. Let's check the other stuff. Move this out of the way for the moment. Turns out there were very slightly off-color pixels you had to change the color of. It wasn't just red and white. Ah, see? That's what I was wondering, is I couldn't tell on my phone if there was other colors there, because the way I gave you information, I was like, just take the red, turn it to white, and then the white, if you take the red out, if it's pure white, then it would just show up as 255 blue and green, which... Why am I an idiot right now? Blue and green creates... I'm a fucking idiot. I'm not even going to try to think about it. But blue and green would have just been a solid pixel, so I really didn't understand where that program was coming from. It's good that there are slightly off-colored pixels. That means that there's actually an image under there somewhere. I just couldn't tell based on my phone. Ooh. That looks fun. That looks like a bunch of Chinese, and I guess we're gonna be on our own. This thing first. Will it pull out? It will indeedy. Damn, this thing is sturdy. I mean, you'd want it to be, but damn. Compared to my old 3D printer, this thing is so much better already. Well, I can't say better yet. I have to actually get a print going on it. It was a message? Ah, cool. Sorry about the mic bump there. I'm trying to pop the plastic off of this. All bueno. Let me know if the music is too loud or if it's even possible to hear. All the plastic there. Oh man, does this thing have really, really good cables and everything else. Man, I was not expecting this good of a printer. For the price, I thought this thing was going to be a piece of shit. And it's actually really decent so far. Okay, let's take this out of the way. No extra parts to just throw it across the room. And this is what I was talking about. I can show you in a second. Check this out. This cable is alright. It's a tad too quiet. The music or me? If it's the music, I'll turn it up in just a second. This is pretty damn cool, though. I mean, they've got special connectors. They've got the fucking heat shielding on it and everything. Well, wire wrapper. It's not heat shield at all, but that's cool. They do have heat shield there, though. I like this so far. I was not thinking this printer was going to be this good. Call me a crazy person. Cool. Well, let's first set that over there. I'm going to have to be careful with my face and everything, but it's all good. Oh, the music is? Okay. I'll turn it up. Give me just a second. Ugh. There we go. I hope that's better. It looks like it's higher than my ambient sound, at least. Oh yeah, it looks like it's 3 or 4 times ambient sound. Sweet. Let's see what this thing is. God, I like these wire wraps. This is really, really well made compared to my old stuff. And it's already set to 115 volts, so I don't have to worry about that blowing up. Nice! It's got a SD card and USB spot on the side. We're going to be running off USB today, but I was hoping that it had an SD card. I didn't actually check. The ones without them are a pain in the ass. Let's do this. Or printing without them is a pain in the ass, I should say. I don't know if there is a printer that doesn't have them. Okay. Is this thing sturdy? Interesting. Oh. Oh, shit. Okay. I like that they had the zip tied. They have zip ties on this thing right here. They've got them all the way down the pole, and they've also got them on the motor itself. They had them on both sides. This side over here, this side over here got popped, so it didn't work so well. Is my camera slowly going down, or am I just scooting further away? Can't quite tell. That's better, sweet. Well, I guess everything looks good. In fact, I'm really pleased with this. Like, this is a damn good printer as compared to what I thought we were going to get out of it. We do have a lot of parts in that one, so I don't want to just chunk it across the floor. That's why I was checking. So we've got, looks like your bump stop switch and your side plate, and it looks like it's already put on there, so you don't forget which, or mess up which side it is. That's cool. Set those right there. And then nothing else in here, just double checking. Nope, doesn't look like it. Toss it over to the side. Cool. Let's get this started then. This should be really easy to build. Like, the last one I built, literally nothing was assembled. Like, anything. It was just me doing this. Man, I can really move up. Start putting parts all over the place so that everyone can see what we're doing. There we go. Make it look a little bit more crowded, like we're actually doing something. Holy crap, you're ambitious as hell, dude. Set up and print today? Hell yeah, indeed. We'll see if it works. I'm moving up. You see this old chair. Actually, you all have wondered what I record on. That is my mic stand. Yeah. Looks great, right? I'm a cheap ass, but it works. Okay, installation instructions. Fun. Chinese. It's not all in Chinese, but it's definitely in 2 languages. Remove the thin film and put the lead screw into the bottom of the coupling. Use the M2 inner hexagon wrench to tighten the 2 jack screws. The 2 jack screws are not locked as the picture shows. Interesting. So this thing right here, it says something's not locked on it. Man, those rubber feet are a pain in the ass to move it on carpet. Oh man, that motion, like that's so good. You can feel how good that is. Yeah, maybe you can print a mic stand. Yeah, I actually do have, let me pop it up. This is what I have for my camera stand. I'm sure if I wanted to, I could turn it into a mic stand, but my box works just fine. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass to have my hand wrapped around while I'm recording on the computer, but it's fine. Okay, so jack screws. I'm just looking at all this. This is interesting. What is my second motor there for? Hold on. That would be the up and down, I assume. No, that would be the up and down. Where the fuck is that? Now I'm highly confused. It has the belt. Okay, so this thing is driven on this axis by this motor. This motor drives the up and down axis. But what the fuck does this motor do? Maybe that's the feed amount? It does. Oh, it is. That's the feed right there. You have your input and you have your feed. Wow, that's a weird place to have the feed. I guess that. Oh, I guess this hose connects there. Got it. Man, that's a weird connection, but okay. I'm gonna have to figure this out slowly and surely, because it is very different from my other 3D printer. Just don't zing the motors around once they're hooked up on the board, because that can damage Yep, I know. Because you can actually generate power from them. I've done that before. It's actually kind of funny. I did that before and it started the printer. Well, it started the Arduino. The printer takes way too much power to do that. Okay, so what is the first step? It says something about jack screws on here. And, oh, got it. The jack screws are, see if I can get it. I assume what they're talking about, these are the jack screws. Because I can't, the ones that are actually, yeah, attached to this. But I'm not certain. I don't think we're gonna need, I can always tighten them up later if it's an obvious problem. I'm gonna need something, ooh. Got it. Next. See if I can do this without cutting myself. Ugh. 2 of them. And then final is this one. You better do this with that. Yeah, fuck that. I don't want to put too much pressure on that motor. Everything else is fine. It's solid aluminum. Give me a second. I'm going to go grab scissors. What am I talking about? As I started running away, I was like, what? There's tools in here. I haven't even opened up the tool bag that they gave you. Oh, that's cool. I don't know if the... Wow, I keep moving further and further back. I don't know if this thing will show up, The styrofoam will, but the little wire, there it is, you get the little reflection. This is actually a nozzle cleaner. My old printer didn't come with this. That's good. That was a pain in the ass to do. Where are the... There they are. Alright, let's see what they have in this toolkit. Zip ties, that's always fun. Wire snips, which should be able to do this. Oh, I was about to say, can the wire snips not even cut that? Wow, shitty wire snips. Yeah, it says the jack screw isn't tightened, but it's definitely tightened. Like, it's... I don't know if you can see me doing that. As I rotate it, it's definitely rotating. Hey, what's up, Jack? Making a printer? Nice. What are you planning on doing for your first build? Kerbal in real life. I'm gonna do a test print first with just the bullshit test object they gave me to make sure the actual printer is working. But after that, I'm gonna start working on rockets. We're gonna start doing Kerbal Space Program in real life. Oh, I can actually show you. Oh, it's out of the frame. Yeah. Let me set this down over here for a second, and I can show you my box of goodies. First off, Rooster Teeth represent. We got some Arduinos. We have LiPo battery from an old RC copter that I had, which I think I have old RC copter parts. Relays, not really important. Shitload of resistors. Ooh, this is cool. This is a micro pick. This is actually what runs a S4 Bitcoin miner. So I figured if we don't get enough power off of these Arduinos, this is a full-blown Linux operating system. It's a full-blown computer. It should be able to get what we need done. We have, what is this? GSM GPS boards, GPS flight altitude control boards, wire, a lot of random shit that I have inside here. Op amps, capacitors, accelerometers, gyros, Ethernet shield, and an Arduino Uno. Probably won't be using this. This is from my old projects. Membrane switch, really not useful. And then a host of 37 sensors, which I actually tossed a few extra in here. But these are like ultrasonic sensor, accelerometer, gyro, tilt switch, temperature, everything. Like anything that I would really need or want, I've got it. So we should be able to start doing some fun stuff. Dr. Pepper's flowing. Represent. How is everyone today? Pretty damn good. How about yourself, Buckwild? I apologize for not saying hello earlier. I've been kind of focused on this a little bit too much. Oh, wait. Hold on. Sensors in there first, so I can actually get everything back in this box. And good. So we have a lot of stuff to start working with. Kerbal Space Program in real life. Eventually. Jack screws. Grab. Making total amounts of progress today, right? Where'd my tools go? Did I just throw my tools inside that box? That'd be hilarious. I did. I threw my tools inside the box. Good job. Lots of pain this week. Oh, that sucks, Janessa. I'm sorry to hear that. It is never fun. Oh, these are some chintzy ass Allen keys. You can tell by their weight. Like, maybe all of these together weigh as much as 3 pennies. Like, wow. Those things aren't gonna last long. Little flathead that I probably will never use again because that's gonna immediately rip too. Okay, jack screws. Let's see here. I apologize if things get off camera. I don't want to get too close because at a certain point you will start to see my face. And there's nothing too big a deal about that. I just prefer not to have my face on this channel just yet. Let's see here. Get the jack screws. They actually look tight. Like, I don't know what they're talking about. It says that they weren't tightened down. Yeah, those are... I can double check. Yeah, everything. I was wondering if it was these screws. I don't know if you can actually see these. there's some black screws, and I was wondering if those need to be tightened. Nope, they're tight. The jack screws here, if they need to be tightened, they need a different Allen wrench. Oop, still need a different Allen wrench. Eventually I'll choose the right one. Ah, yep, actually you can put a quarter turn into those. Okay, that's what they were talking about. It's not much, but you can definitely put a quarter turn in it. Okay, I assume that's what they meant about tightening them down. Oh, indeed, I'm an idiot. I don't know if you can see this, but there's a very, very light gray thing, basically, going, you need to tighten this shit. Wow, their pictures suck. Got it. Step 1! Connect the portal frame with the basic platform by M520 screws. Is there anything? Nope, just that. Okay, cool. M520 screws. Let's see if we can find them. I assume they're in our box here. Oh, yeah. Speaking of this little chintzy plastic, once again, I'm gonna get distracted. I apologize. I've got some plastic. We need a lot of it to build some rockets, so I ended up buying like 8 pounds of plastic. We should be good for a while. Where are... Oh, down. Where are those screws I need? The M420s. I want to get this thing off the ground quick. There's my screws, I assume. So there's only one black... Aha! There we go. There's the next packet. There was only one M420 screw in there, it looked like. Oh, that's interesting. There's 2 bar clamps. I wonder what those go to. I wonder if those are extra or... No. They must be used for attaching the sensors. Okay. Ooh, Moana. Or Mona, whatever it is. I always do it wrong. The manual so... I know, Timber Bunny. The first printer I ever built was a cheapo. Once again, this is a cheapo. But I got a cheapo from, I think it was gearbest.com, which I 100% suggest doing. Don't buy on Amazon. Do not do this. This was a bad idea. Only reason I did this is because I had a gift card, and it technically didn't cost me anything. The one I bought on GearBest, it came in like 1,000 parts. So, yeah, I'm happy the fact that this thing goes step 1, step 2, and then I think on like step 3, it's like print. So I'm happy there. I jammed out to this song all summer while mowing the lawn. Yeah, I think mine had something like 300 pages, but I just, nah. I wonder if that's an extra bump stop switch, or... Because as far as I can tell, they all have their bump stops already. Yeah, see there's a bump stop here. There's a bump stop... Ah, there's not one on the vertical. Unless it's under a different part that I'm not seeing. No, it doesn't look like there's one on vertical. Okay, so we're gonna have to... Nope, that's what this is. That's that bump stop. And then I can see right here, there's a bump stop for this one. So, I guess it's an extra switch? They must have given you a lot of extra parts here in case things broke. Which is awesome. I'm happy with that. Awesome. Put it at a sideways. Okay, 4 bolts. That I literally just pulled out and I have no idea where the fuck I put them. Good job. I'm a genius. Thankfully, it's not like I have black... Okay, they're right here. It's not like I have black carpet or anything. Okay, let's take these lovely pieces and put them down here. And then... Does it want this to be in a specific place? Step 1, step 1. Seems like that's it. Weird. Like, I would assume they connect to the middle ones. That'd be an obvious. Alright, I'll just put it there. Because you know that's a good idea. Just do it! See. Switch, fixed block. Okay. Yeah, they do have these pieces right here are reinforcement blocks for the sides. So I guess that's where it has to go. These instructions are terrible, I have to admit. The video would be best, but I'm not gonna go looking up a video. Who needs a video? I need to be careful about that. That could have hurt something. Let's do this. Now I assume it would want the printer head forward, so probably like this. And then toss some of these screws through. Assuming I can get them tossed through. There we go. Believe it or not, this is not as easy as it looks. It's quite heavy. There we go. And I have to get back in the frame. There we go. I just put one screw in, and I'll keep working on it. I hand tightened it. Like so. This thing's not bad though. It's a 300 by 300 by 400 print size. You got a lot of ABS, some wood PLA, and some Ninja Flex. Ninja Flex is a bitch. Ooh, slowly but surely. I'm just hand tightening these as far as I can. So it's not going to have too much flex. I don't want it to accidentally flex these the top. Well, exactly like that. You see how it's... I don't want that to happen too violently because I don't want to accidentally strip these screws or anything else. Who knows how potent this thing is. Potent, good job. I can't even use the correct words right now. Oh man, I forgot to change my turtle filter today. Looking over at the turtle tank. Yeah, I think I've only used PLA and ABS Timber Bunny. This one's gonna primarily use PLA. Wonder what this color is for. Oh, I know what this is. The tube you actually put in the rails if you want to color it. Well, that would be a terrible place because that's an actual rail. But if you want, you can color the rails. I assume that's what this is for. Because they have blue and orange tube, and they say you can leave it default or put blue and orange tube on it. I assume it's in Chinglish, like I keep saying, so I have no idea what they mean by that. I assume it's just, you can decorate it if you want. Is this the correct Allen key? It is, okay. Alright, let's very gently tilt it on its side, just like so, and let it start tightening this. We'll tighten them just barely tight first, and then I'll go through and screw them down 100%. Like I said, I don't want it to flex in the wrong place first, and I can easily fix that if they're not 100% tight. Oh, well, man, this thing is like easy to build. Ninja Flex is great till you realize how hard it is to push into the extruder. It's like, ah, that's fun. Yeah, I learned about a new one today. I don't know the name of it, so I can't accurately say I learned about it. But I was watching this 3D printer guy today, and he was using a new type of plastic that was like super potent. Like he could print this can crushing thing where he literally beat on it and it would crush a can. And that's crazy. I think I might need to look into that level of plastic for our landing legs and everything else. I was just going to use different fill amounts. Like we could have 100% fill, basically a solid plastic object for our landing legs. and then use like 25, 35, whatever for our other parts. That should be it. Cool. Let's see how this works. And it's, oh man, that doesn't even have its reinforcements yet, and that's like crazy stiff. Good. So that was gonna sketch me out. This music is lit. Why, thank you. The person who makes this playlist is Hermione. It's in the top left of the screen, or top right of the screen, sorry. They're a great person for playlists. Like, every few weeks, I think it's a he, comes out with a playlist. And, I mean, I'll watch them all. They're great. It's the reason that I was singing along to Moana throughout the whole summer. Like, I was just sitting there on my lawnmower, just singing along. Okay, next step. Because we just completed step 1. Step 2, install the limit switch in fixed block. The limit switch is installed on the left side while the other is on the right side. Okay. Well, if this thing looks at me like this, then it would want the limit switch over here. Now, I think that's opposite for you, but it's fine. That's definitely the left side for me. I do know my right and left. I'm not that... I'm not stoned at all, actually. Speaking of, I do have a little bit of resin. I could theoretically smoke today. Don't know if that's a good idea or not. The limit switch is installed on the left side while the other is on the right side. Okay. So, left side it is. Let's tilt this thing over. Oh, that's cool. They have plastic inside the connector. See, I feel like that might not be right. Just by... Hold on. Let me bring this down. Does that hit the limit switch correctly? It does. Okay, yeah, that's correct. I just had to double check. It looked like it might miss the limit switch while I did that, so... Let's do this. These little half connectors are amazing and a pain in the ass at the same time. There we go. Now let's get this tightened up. I need to get all my tools in a place that I can actually see them. Yes. Sweet. Give me a second. I'm gonna have to do this pretty much on my own. Is there supposed to be 4 there? There are supposed to be 4 there. Oh! That must be where these two come from. Okay, I don't know why those aren't attached already. Well, shit, let me put that back on. I was wondering why that looked weird. Like, it was not gonna hold together. Let's toss that in there like so. I need a bigger screw. No, yep. The other one's a bigger screw. Oh, got it. Oh, you're not seeing the fuzz? Oh man, I'm glad. I don't know why, but I'm glad. Maybe it's just because YouTube as a whole is really fuzzy. But, yeah, the camera was having a problem earlier where mainly if you look at this right here, this piece, you can see it doesn't stay a solid color. It fuzzes like it's blue and white snow over it. It's barely there. But it was driving me absolutely bonkers this morning because I couldn't figure out how to get it to go away. And I think it's just because of the depth of the carpet. Like, it's not necessarily thick rug here, but I do have shag carpet next to it. Well, I mean, shag carpet from the 60s, so it's not shag anymore. But I have some pretty dense carpet, and I think what it's trying to do is focus on the depth of the carpet, and it's not possible. Give me a second. Trying to get this thing. There we go. I hope I can. The quality isn't bad. Sweet. It was driving me nuts earlier. But I guess I'm just too used to having, like, not having, but seeing, like, 4K video and shit like that. Stuff that's insanely clear. All good. Tightening this one up. This is actually gonna work ridiculously well. Like,
Oh, is this a glass?
Oh my god, I didn't even realize it's a glass top. That's awesome. That's going to be a problem with trying to get it to... Well, that's why they gave me the putty knife. That's going to be a problem with trying to flex, because you can't flex to pop your parts off, but... Nice! I didn't even realize that. I'm an idiot. Hello, Ruben. My last printer had a flexible... It was like a PCB board that was on the printing surface. All good. I'm just slowly tightening these up one by one. I got them all to the point where they're pretty tight, but now I'm doing the last like quarter turn to them all. Good. Let's flip this. I'm gonna try to scoot up a little bit more, because that's like a vast majority of the screen I'm not using.
We rise up
Should be
to
fine.
lead the game. In hardstyle,
Okay.
we trust.
Let's do this. Last one.
Refuse to conform.
Trying to get this one. For some reason they put 3 of the bolts in, not the 4th one, so I guess I'm forced to. It's very strange. I don't know why they leave just those few bolts. Like, it's, you want to do something, you want to feel like you actually built this printer, here you go, put a single bolt in. That's how it feels right now.
Victory forever.
Okay, all good. Now I'm gonna run through these just real quick. Tighten them until they start to get tight. Hello, Toka.
United under the Australian sun.
And now the final, like, quarter to 3/4 turn, depending. Oops. So I was talking about shitty Allen keys. By the end of this, I'll never be able to use these Allen keys again because they're just gonna strip out. They're such shit, but they're only meant for one-time use. Oh god, I'm gonna have to go grab a new Allen key or it's gonna strip out the things themselves. Ugh, there we go. Golden. That's that. Now, step 3. Indeed, I just had to double check that because I was going to feel like an idiot.
Refuse to conform.
Yes. So the limit switch, I had to figure out which one's which. Oh my god, this is so disorientating. I'm looking at a TV upside down to the left of the fuck. Like, it's so bad. But I wanted to make sure that this limit switch was in the right place, and it is indeed.
Victory forever.
Step 3. Wiring. Which should be very easy. Like, very, very easy. In fact, this is the last step. Let's try to get this all sorted out. Yes, so this white tube runs down to this thing. I don't know exactly why it's in that weird of a position. To me, that seems odd. But that's how it looks. Okay, I guess I'll just push it in. Are these pull connectors or push connectors? They're push connectors. There we go, push it in. So that is very weird, I don't like that too much. The thing itself, damn, it is sturdy. Like, that's a legit, I'm putting like 2 to 3 pounds of sideways force and it's not moving. That's good, that's damn good. I'll keep my print speed slow so it's not gonna be freaking out, but that's damn good. Oh, well these are what I have to connect. We're done. Well shit, okay. Ugh. Let's get this like so. Let's get these. Actually, let's build this first. Because we have our little holder. How does it want me to do that? Ah, okay. You can't hear me well? I am maxing out the yellow on my audio. So I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I'm 3 times as loud as the audio in the background. I may lean across, like, if I'm talking over here. No, even that's almost peaking in the yellow. And that was me. Rack screws. Interesting. They have all the... Oh, rack screws are probably from the bottom, I assume, so you can replace them if you need to. Interesting. I'm trying to think what all these extra parts are for. Oh, no, maybe this is the rack that it's class. I can't tell. How does it want me to have this thing pointed? It's supposed to be on the other side, so I probably want it pointed that way. Well, if that's what this is, these screws should work. I do have a whole pack of... Like, this is what's weird. I have an extra... Oops. Sorry, make sure I'm not in frame here. I have extra extruders... extruders, good job. Extruders, extra hose clamps, an extra bump stop switch, and a bunch of extra screws. Oh, spare parts. Cool. I didn't even read that. Well... We have two things we have to plug into this, and then a bunch of shit we have to plug from there on. Oh, they have little letters on them. X, Z, M. Okay. That's where it's going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass, though, if these things aren't labeled. Ugh. And I'm also going to have to get that plastic out of... Hold on just a second. You can't see what I'm doing, but there's plastic inside a connector. There was that, if you can even see it, that little piece of plastic right there in that connector I had to pull out before I tried to shove something in there. Put these rack screws on. How much was that 3D printer? It's like $400. Don't buy off Amazon. It's a terrible ripoff. For $400, you can get like twice this size printer on GearBest. But I had a gift card for Amazon, so technically I didn't pay anything for this thing. That feels backwards. Yes. Before I put that on there. There we go. I hand tightened that a little bit too much. Oh, yeah, that's definitely how it was supposed to go. I feel like an idiot, because that would have locked the plastic in place. All good. Ugh. Now let's put these on. Oh yeah, these are perfect. That's exactly what they're used for. Don't know exactly why they need lock washers, because it's not like it's going to have that much force on it, but it's okay. Now see what would be cool, and I don't know if I can do this, but I have a second camera that I might be able... Oh, yep, I'm blue. If I was green, I would die. I love this song, too. I grew up listening to this song. It's on the radio all the fucking time. Alrighty, let's get this set up. This would be your 6-pin connector. It looks like it does have a special place to go. All good. Now we need our 4-pin connector. Where's the indentation? There it is. All good. Now this is what I don't like. I don't like that just dangling. I don't know if I can do anything about it. Actually, I'm gonna have to flip that. That was crazy looking to you guys, but it had a reason. It put this wire on top. Okay. Well, let's just keep going. Let's see how this works. I got plenty of spare parts. Got everything else. Speaking of spare parts, they have an extra locking screw, so I'll toss that in the bag. The song is so damn good, indeed, and the hardstyle song is even better, in my personal opinion. Oh yeah. God, I love that. You can feel how precise this motor is. Compared to my old one, oh, this is so much better. Like, my other one probably had half that step, or sorry, double that step. Like, this one is twice as fine. Oh, it's good. Oh man, am I happy. Okay. Now before I keep going, I need to attach all these random ass sensors. X. X.
It ignites a
And
force in thousands.
E. Uh-oh.
Ready to awaken.
This is gonna get interesting. If you mess this up, it's not the worst thing in the world. What will happen is your, like, let's say this will just slam. I have to be careful because they're connected to the main board. But this will slam to one side or the other, and it will be thinking that it's a different axis. And whenever it hits at the bump stop, it won't actually stop. It'll just start skipping the belt. Which, if that happens, it's not the worst thing in the world if you immediately catch it. I had that happen on my old 3D printer, because like I said, I had to build it from scratch, so I had a few little mishaps after it was built. I had the bump stop on this axis going this way. I had that one wrong, so it was trying to go to the opposite side for a bump stop, which there wasn't one. And then I had, I think, one of the motors reversed, and I'm trying to avoid that this time. But this, I don't know if you guys can tell, is not helpful at all. It's like, hey, these are axes, and that's it. So it looks like one. This is the one with 4 connectors, right? Is this, how many connectors does this have? That has 2, this one has 2. Okay, good. So the 4 connector one, I assume I have to do first. Now, where would that be connected to? It'd be E axis, and E is up and down, I assume. It's X, this is E.
The galaxy
So that means this would connect down here.
in the darkest days of the year.
Give me a second. Oh, it does. It looks like. Hold on, so I don't have my face just right in the camera. I honestly don't know if this is it or not. Let me just set that down.
Ready to awaken.
Well, it's definitely backwards. Well, not backwards, it's just a pain in the ass to connect into. Let's see here. I have a feeling this isn't the right connector. I assume. Come on, you fuck. Come on, you fuck. Almost need a pair of needle nose to do this. Probably should have connected it before I put this thing on.
Dive deep inside.
Nope. Inaccurate. But that's definitely the E, and that's definitely what they say is the E.
Light.
Interesting. I wonder if the bump stops then are a different Z, and Z, X, Y. No, there's only one E connection. And that E connection, according to this, got it. That's my bad. E-axis is this one. E-axis is the extruder nozzle, which should make sense because it's the E. I'm an idiot. All good. Let's toss this right here. I knew it wasn't going to work because it was just too much of a pain in the ass to plug that in. That's why rather than forcing it, I stopped. This is not as fun though, because this is wire right next to a spinning threaded bar. I don't like that at all. This is going to be my X. This is going to be X again. X-axis is 1, so X-axis is this thing. I assume it has a couple of... Oh, it has the bump stop here too. Got it. Give me a moment. In school they have 3D printers and they smell bad. That's because they're printing plastic. Okay, so where's the bump stop? Bump stop's there, and I can push that in through there.
The temple of light.
Can't tell if that's in or not. Yeah, that's in. Okay. Our next one is this. Oh, boy. Let's set it back down gently. Flip this thing back around again. So many wires. I'm gonna definitely have to figure something out. On my old printer, I actually had a rubber band attached to the top here, and it would hold these wires up, and because it's a rubber band, it would stretch. It'd prevent this wire from ever getting dragged down. It'd always just kind of hold it up here like this, which is perfect. Okay, so the extruder thingy. Is connected to that, so I don't have to worry about it. I'm just double checking. Z and Y. Now let's, oops, sorry for the mic bump. Z is up and, no, what? Why is that? Why the fuck is it there? Okay, hold on. 2 looks like it's the back motor. So we'll work with that one first. 2 is the Y axis, so Y is this way. Good. Gonna flip this slowly around. The rubber feet are what's a pain in the ass here. On carpet, they do not want to move. Sweet. Now let's see here. This is my Y-axis, right? Yes. Is this Y? That's Z. Of course I grabbed the wrong one. Now, let's see if we can get this plugged in. This is where it becomes a pain in the ass. So take me by the hand, please don't leave me here alone. And I wonder if you know just how I feel. And then this has to connect to the motor. If I can find it. And I wonder how I know if this is real. If I see it, I just can't connect to it. Connecting to it in the wrong angle? Might be. No 500 subs hand reveal? Indeed. No, that's inaccurate. I'm trying to get this thing plugged in, but it's so sketchy. Come on. Why are you being such a bitch? Don't ever force these connections, because you can bend them very easily. There we go. Got it. Now the last one we're not doing is this up and down motor. Or the last one we're not doing, good job. The last one we're doing is this up and down motor. Move this to the back so that I can actually see what the hell I'm doing. Okay, bump stop for this. Once again, flip this thing around in this weird ass position and try to shove this thing in. There we go. Bump stop has been pushed in, and final connection. That should be it. That should be a printer, supposedly. We'll have to do some testing to make sure it does actually go back and forth correctly. Okay, let me flip this one more time. This is where it's going to require some messing around. Actually, should I flip it towards the camera? I'm trying to think, where's the... No, this would be the best. It's going to be a bitch, but this will be the best. Okay, so those wires shouldn't move much. The bottom shouldn't move at all. Let me double check that all this is working. I think it's all good. We just need to put plastic in it and start seeing if this thing works. Sweet. Well, let me see, y'all. HP webcam from like, shit, 2004. We'll see if this thing works. My thought is I could do something like this. Let's see y'all what this looks like. 6? Should be 6. There we go. Oh yeah. That'll work. Perfect. Hello. With that, let me flip. I think we're good. Hello, toothpaste! Oh god, it's your hand! Yep. Nice printer too, well, I thank you. I guess let's do this. I just need to power it up and see how the hell this thing works. It should be good. Very slowly pull it forward. Actually, can I just disconnect the motor? See, it's still low. It is fully forward. Yes, okay. Well, we'll see. Let's unflip it. I used to have a lot more clamps than just 4 on my other printer, but I don't know if I'm going to need them on this one. Because the glass isn't going to be able to flex as easy. I assume this is... Oh! Do you have to tape on glass? Woo! Take off your shirt! For 1,000 subs, do a foot reveal. On glass, do you have to tape the glass so that you can 3D print on top of it? I didn't know that. I've never had a printer with glass top, so this is going to be an interesting ordeal for me. There are 2 kinds of blah, blah, blah. The machine is based. No, that's all. Let me go through my other packets, like if there's anything, instructions for use, just in case. Okay, so I have 3 pages, and I'm going to go through these real quick, because this is the first time I've ever had a printer like this. Safety instructions, don't need to worry about that. Do not attempt to touch the nozzle. Yeah, that's a good idea. Power supply makes some printing process machine is equipped with integrated heating bed. Please do not set the heat bed temperature to more than 60 degrees Celsius to avoid occurrence of burns. All good. Do not allow children 10 years of age to use the machine. I hope not. I don't have a child, so that's good. Turn off the power switch and contact your seller if there is an abnormal noise while printing. Okay. During the printing, or the first minute while printing is completed, do not touch the printer head structure or to prevent burns. Good job. Leveling, that's all fine. I'll level it later. Like, I know it's not going to work perfectly the first time. Your glass doesn't require anything on top, but it helps a bunch if you use glue stick and a hash pattern. Some people use tape. Ah, okay. ABS and it curls. I'm printing with PLA. Do you think the PLA will curl, or do you think I should just leave it? Oh, got some ASMR from some tape there. Get this set up. I have a feeling the first print's not gonna work right. Like, that's just, yeah, that's normal. Run on up, y'all. It has a massive insulation pad on the bottom too, which is really cool. My other one didn't have that, so it was just constantly fighting to stay warm. I really do like this printer a lot better than my old printer. Okay. I think we're all set up. I may want to try to level the bed first. And if I do that, I'm going to have to get my face down to the level of this thing. So, I should do this. PLA might curl, but your house is probably a good temp range. Cold is bad, warm, ambient air is better. Right now it's like 76 in my house, so we should be all good. Well, cool. I've never had this glass top, so it's going to be a little bit of a different thing for me. The last one I printed on was a, it was like a PCB. It was a clearly flexible hold board, and I think that I even had problems scratching it with the extruder nozzle when I didn't have the thing leveled correctly. If this isn't leveled correctly, it's probably going to do some damage to the extruder. Am I smoking? I have no weed, Toga. I have resin, but that's, yeah. It's a little grody, and I'm not desperate enough for resin right now. Give me a second. Let me see. Boy, let me see if I can get this thing semi-leveled first, and then we'll see what happens. Just give me a brief moment. I apologize for the awkward screen. I'm right now lowering it to its lowest possible level, and then trying to level it based on that. Oh, good. Give me a second. I'm gonna need a flashlight. Oh, shit. Far off. Now let's flip it over to the other side. I've got the back left corner leveled.
It before I heard it. The heartbeat of a place I knew I belonged.
Give me a moment, this is gonna take a second.
I felt it before I heard it. Hard style.
Good there. The front two now. This is taking a while, but I can't help it. Alrighty. Sorry if I sound muffled. I'm literally just face planted into the carpet right now trying to get this thing leveled.
I felt it before I heard it. The heartbeat of a place I knew I belonged.
On the bright side, they had this thing fully compressed already. So I shouldn't have an issue with dragging it on anything. All good. Last one. The reason it's taking so long is I have to very slowly move these motors because they are connected to the Arduino. I don't want to accidentally power it on. Damn, are these powerful springs on this leveling bed, or springs on this leveling bed? Favorite springs. Focus on two good things at once. Alright. Last little quarter turn. I believe that's it. Now this is where it gets sketchy though.
I felt it before I heard
How is this thing gonna auto home? Because if it auto homes and drags it right across this cliff, that's gonna be fun. We'll see. I hope it X and Y's first. Now it should be good. Let me flip the screen back. Bam, I apologize for that. Who started the whole face reveal anyways? Because I should. Don't be shy. I'm not shy. I'm just not smoking weed. I don't want to smoke weed on channel. Not yet, at least. Okay. Everything's connected. Let's toss some plastic in here. We'll use their little plastic they gave us. Interesting thick plastic for that. Everything else is easily punctured. This is heavy duty plastic for some reason. Whew, God, that is some bad smelling PLA. The fuck? Good lord. Let's do a nice little snip. And see if I can somehow put this thing. Got it. Alright. Let's do this. It's either going to work or it's going to have some epic failures. Both will be pretty entertaining. Alright. Let me take my lovely keyboard and go to the actual desk. Ugh. Give me a second, I'll move the mic in just a moment. Aha! And now you see my grand plan. Shit. Microphone.
Yeah, I'm lost and numb.
Another good song!
I pretend like I don't.
All good. Sorry about all the sound as I'm moving this around. Can't do anything about that. All good. Let us see if we can get this thing printing. I'm gonna have to connect the USB. I'm gonna have to go find some power source for it. But we should get this working. Actually, I can even flip. Let's take the crappy cam off for a second. And then let's flip back off Akira so you guys can see that. Let me try to get a power cable run. What do you mean the video is over? You're talking about the video is in your thumbnail over chat, in case you didn't know. I assume you're talking to other people. I'm sitting there going like, what are you talking about? How does that even relate? That's gonna be an issue. I'm gonna need a USB extender or something. Actually, no, I can, hold on. I can use the card to print it. Nah, that'd be a bitch. You're gonna have to use a USB extender. Well, I guess what I could do then is instead of using our crappy cam, because I have my, that's the crappy cam up there, this thingy. I have that attached to a USB extender, so I assume I can use that USB extender and connect to this printer. We'll go with that. I still need an extension cord. Give me a second.